Hello and welcome to the Downsized. My name is Laraine Durham, and this is our weekly series where we talk to people just like you and me who have had success or are losing weight with a GLP-1 medication like Mounjaro, Zepbound, Wegovy, and Ozempic. I've lost over 50 pounds personally on Tirzepatide, and in this Downsized Dish series, I talk to other people and we try to learn what worked for them, what didn't work for them, what struggles and successes they've had along the way. We hope you will like and subscribe to The Downsized. We put out videos every day on various GLP-1 topics. And also, remember, this is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. Dr. Nestor is a doctor. She's not your doctor. We'll talk about that in a minute, but this is not medical advice. So if you're interested in a GLP-1 medication, getting started with one, the first place to start is with your doctor or healthcare provider. Okay, all right. Well, let's get into it. Welcome, Dr. Payne Nestor, to The Downsized.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, Dr. Nestor, tell us what kind of doctor that you are.
Well, you can call me Cicely, everybody.
Cicely.
It's okay. But I am a chiropractor and I also am a functional medicine provider. And I've been practicing for well over almost 24 years. Do the math.
Oh,
I know.
started when I was
old. Mama's old.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, Dr. Nestor. Cicely.
Well, I am in Miami, Florida. I have a wonderful husband, and we've been married for over 26 years now. And I am a mom of 3 boys, and
Oh,
2 of
wow.
my sons have autism. My oldest has autism and epilepsy, and my youngest has autism plus. Those who know, you know. And then I have a middle one in between. He is just absolutely amazing, and we're doing our best over here.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot going on in Miami with the Nestor house. Yeah. Well, tell us about your weight loss journey.
Well, I'm like you, and I laugh every time you tell your old stories about Weight Watchers, and I didn't do Jenny Craig, but I did Medifast or Optavia. I don't know what they're called now, and I did everything. South Beach, I have so many books. I actually was digging through my closet earlier. I was going to show you, Lorraine. Look,
Oh, yeah.
I had the 8-minute diet.
8 minutes.
No, was it 8 days?
Okay.
By George Cruz. Remember him?
Yeah.
I mean, just all the things. And I've been just on that journey for the longest. But I was one of those people who was naturally skinny as a young person, and I had to gain weight. And I found myself on the other side after my 3rd child was born. And no matter what, I mean, you know how Facebook sends you these reminder pictures?
Oh. Memories.
Right. And in a way you want to be happy when they pop up and you see big, little, big, big, little, big, little, big. Or I started using my kids as a shield. You guys got those photos?
Yeah.
Where
Your
mom is in the back with everybody in the front. You just have arm because you don't want to see all that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been some time, I should say, and my highest weight pregnancy weight and after was about 230 pounds.
Okay.
And, oh yeah.
How tall are you, Dr. Nuss?
5'7" and a half.
And a half. That's important. That's important. So, what got you started on the GLP-1s?
Well, so my sister has okay, so I want to say typical, but we're gonna say not. Everybody in America, hopefully, and in the world change this family history. But I had the family history on the both sides with high blood pressure, diabetes, you name it. And my sister, who I'm the youngest, but my younger sister, was just a severe diabetic. And one day her provider was like, I want to talk to you about this Ozempic thing. And I'm a big nerd, so I'm keen on the research. And so, of course, she came to me and told me about it. And I said, wait, let me make sure. And honestly, after I kicked the tires and read everything that was available, this was, I want to say 2021. And I was like, run, take it. And they were offering her samples and no way she could afford it.
Samples. Yeah.
Yeah, they offered her samples at that point. And there's no way she could have afforded it. Of course, insurance wouldn't cover it. But outside of the samples, it was so amazing what I read about it. as a family, we're gonna make it happen for her to get this script.
Mm,
We're just gonna make it happen. So she got enough samples for a while, had a tremendous weight loss. She, of course, had some side effects, but nothing compared to what she had suffered from other medications in that field.
yeah.
And we were just so happy for her. And the weight loss was just a side effect because it really helped manage her diabetes for one.
Mm, yeah.
And so that's how I kinda knew about GLP-1s. I kinda
Mhm.
start thinking about it for myself after being, under a physician-supervised weight loss plan with Red Mountain Weight Loss. I'm sorry if we can name names, but and they were great, they were very nice,
Yeah.
but it just did not work for me. It was very expensive. I was,
Mhm.
a near $800 a month with this company, and I shouldn't say it didn't work. I had some results, just like with anything,
Right.
but not sustainable, and I just needed a better solution, so I started to do my research, and then I came across, "Have you heard about what Mounjaro, Zepbound people were getting and learning?" And then I dove deep into it, and long story short, I did my research, including, watching tons of people all over YouTube, TikTok, you name it, and I was just debating between Moshi and Friday Health, and I read about
Mm,
everybody else, but those were the 2 top contenders for me,
yeah.
and I decided to go with Joy Moshi, because I liked that they had the provider anytime
Yeah.
I wanted to, and I'm a person with questions, and I wanna
Yeah.
know, and because they offered that doctor always,
Yeah.
anytime, now you start people are like, "So you're the one." People are bugging out one of the doctors, no, but because they offered that, I went with Joy Moshi, and that was May of, 23.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So you started with compounded tirzepatide or semaglutide?
Tirzepatide, yeah.
Tirzepatide. And how was your side effects when you first started? Did anything slow you down?
No.
No.
I'm so grateful and thankful, but I'm a big researcher. So
Yeah.
I joined the group, they had this online group,
Yep.
and I joined everybody, and I think I joined you guys even before I knew you guys knew I joined everybody.
Yeah.
And I kind of got a good feeling of what to do, what not to do,
Uh huh.
and I did not do the not to do. Right? The
Yeah.
only thing that got the best of me, you guys, again, if you don't hear my accent, I'm from Savannah, Georgia, and that fried chicken and fried okra, ooh,
Mm. Oh, it put the hurt on you, I bet.
it was more of Monzuma's revenge type of thing.
Oh. Oh.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
So the fried foods were not agreeing with you on the
Yeah, but
medication.
let me tell you, even after, say, that one terrible night, and I mean terrible night, I just, and I'm grateful because I met with my provider regularly, I met with the dietitian regularly.
Okay.
I mean, they had to tell me, "You're doing pretty good."
Well, how much weight did you lose?
73 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how long did it take you?
Well, it really went pretty fast for me. I average
Mhm.
about a 9 to 10-pound weight loss a month. So by the time I got into my 5th, 6th month, I was there. I lost like 30 in 3 months, I was 30 pounds down.
Wow.
By the end of the 4th month, I was 40 pounds down, and so on and so forth. And I've been in maintenance mode since, around this time last year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what dose did you get to? What did you go up in dose every month?
Well, no,
No.
because I was doing my research, but, you guys, it was around the time when, there was just a big short and everything was like this, but, of course, our provider was, steady Eddie, but
Yeah.
my dose went to someone else's house.
Oh,
It's
no.
a neighbor who just wasn't neighborly, and I'm like, "It's not here," and they were like, says it's there.
Oh,
Please
so it
check."
went to like in your neighborhood, another
Right,
person.
so I live in a community that, let's say my house number is blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
northeast 10th Court. their address is blah, 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 same exact Northeast 10th place.
Oh,
And there's Northeast 10th Lane, and all in the same gated community, you guys.
oh,
How
oh,
who did
oh,
this? Who thought this was great? So, and on that delivery day, I know my FedEx guy. I'm like one of those people who know my mail person's name and,
yeah.
and so he was off and someone else was doing his deliveries and he took it
Oh,
to the other house and just anyway, long story short, I was, short on my dose after my first month and I was
yeah.
freaking out
Oh,
and my, provider's like, "You're gonna be okay." And, of course, Moshi did the right thing always, and they got me my new dose, and by then I stayed on the 2, so for a month and a half-ish, because I still
okay.
had some left over. In
Mhm.
my bowel, I was maybe missed a week because of the issue,
Yeah,
and then I went to the 5, and I stayed on the 5 for maybe 3 to 4 months. I could have probably rode the 5 through, but I wanted to get to the doses, so I wanted to go up. So I went that jump to the 7 was a little, you know, so I get 5 then back to 7 then 5 then
Oh,
back
okay,
to like, I
okay.
did that for a while because that my body kinda resisted.
Yeah.
No, I should say my body was willing, I should say. I personally have to function, so
So
um
what do when you say you had to function, were you tired? Were you not able to eat? Like, what's happening?
well, I know, I'm not really into zodiacs, but I'm a Taurus, so I can always eat happy, sad, mad, glad. Okay.
Planning ahead.
Right. So, I could eat, but the tired would get me, and
Uh-huh,
I mean, of, like, the fatigue, and so,
yeah,
luckily, my provider helped me, pair some things and the electrolytes,
yeah.
and I think I was following you by that point, so I got LMNT, and I got, something else you are drinking, some other company you had, I tried all the things,
All the
and
same.
so those helped.
Yeah,
And I just I had a pretty smooth ride, and I wanna say to most people that it's possible you could have a pretty smooth ride. I've been on other treatments for other things, and everything has its ebbs and flows, and
yeah,
so I wasn't as fearful as some are, because I did such deep research, and I know that this was a good thing.
yeah. Well, it sounds like you just kind of zipped right along, just, had some good success. So when you hit your goal weight, did you stay on that dose? Have you come down? How's that working?
Okay, so I'm like a praying my provider doesn't watch this. So I'm like Britney Spears, give me more, give me more. So I still want to go up, right? So even during maintenance,
Why?
um,
Why?
I wanted to have more because I wanted um to just in case um the way the courts was going that my provider wouldn't be providing anymore. Um,
You were worried about the status of compounding continuing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, even though I went up on a dose, I still took my old dose.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
you know,
I get you. Yeah.
right? So, I got a couple months in reserve.
Yeah. Okay. No, I mean, no, I mean, no judgment here. You know, we're
No. Yeah,
this is not medical advice.
right.
The nice thing about compounding is you do have that flexibility. If one month you want to take a little bit higher dose and one month maybe you want to take a little bit lower dose, you're pulling it out of the vial. So, it's best to talk to your provider about this and, you know,
Trust me, I couldn't do that
okay.
math on myself. My provider, I used they said, "Okay, this is what you get."
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people. I'm going, "Okay, that's what I okay." So, I use all my services. I use my
You're right.
dietitian, she helped me so much. My provider
Okay.
does all my math.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. So he did tell you how many units to take for what kind of dose that you wanted.
Absolutely, and plus maintenance is different for us, like, so at first I worked on extending, right? So
Oh,
I would do every 12 days or every
all right.
14 days. I could go 24 days
Mm.
and do very well. However, I found that I liked myself more when I had more, in my system for other
Mm.
things. So again, I'm in my 50s. So it helped me with menopause. When I go down on the levels and I use Shotzi app. So
Yeah.
I've been using Shotzi app since June of 23. So it has been my partner. I had Renfo scale. I have the Hume. I ordered from your link. I have not put it together yet. My brain doesn't feel like
Oh, it's
learning.
easy. It's easy.
It is
Yeah.
out, so
Yeah.
I haven't I wanted to tell you all my numbers, but sorry. But I, had those apps, so I watch how it is in my system, and I
Yeah.
know I feel better for other things. So I had less joint pain and aches. I feel I get better sleep. My menopause symptoms
Mm.
decrease.
Hmm.
It just helped me with brain fog and all that sort of thing. So I
Mm.
then would say, okay, I want to take it more frequently. But I
Uh-huh.
didn't, if I take it more frequently, because my body responds, I will drop. So my
Mhm.
lowest weight was 143 pounds. And even though I was fine with it, you guys know I had, are you
Oh.
sure?
Oh.
Are
Mhm.
you sure?
Yeah.
People helping me, but no one told me, hey, you know what? You're getting pretty big. You know what I mean?
They were
And
worried when you
imagine, you
were
guys,
skinny, but they
right?
weren't worried when you were heavy. Oh, yeah.
I'll be on the floor treating patients in between the curtains, dividing the patients like you're on the floor, and
Uh-huh.
I would turn and my butt would open the curtain on the backside and open, this was going on. Not a soul said nothing. But now that I lost weight, you know,
I mean, and you
so
live in Miami. I mean, everybody's skinny in Miami, right?
tourists, right? Pretty comes to us. No, I'm kidding. Oh, people are beautiful. I'm just kidding. But the prettiest people, I'm like, so where are you folks from? Oh, okay. Delaware. Okay, great.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. So you're 5'7", so you must have started at over 200.
Yeah,
What was your height?
218 was my starting weight, but
Starting
that
weight.
was also, it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything at 218. 218 was with exercise frequently. I
Yeah.
had a Peloton since 2020.
Oh my gosh.
218 was with intermittent fasting. 218 was with, I had just gotten off of Red Mountain weight loss, and I went into a private healthcare clinic here in Fort Lauderdale, actually.
Mhm.
And I had a provider, and she gave me ephedrine and
Oh,
something else. I
oh.
forgot the other thing. And that helped, y'all, for real. I responded to that, but I was still, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wasn't gonna get you where the GLP-1 could, right? It just wasn't gonna do it. And it's interesting, so you grew up as a child without a weight loss problem and then had the 3 kids and then developed something triggered in those pregnancies. I'm just curious, how much did you gain with each pregnancy?
Well, I was real good. My number 1, 25 pounds. And with number 2, I was up there about 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Number 3, 60.
That's still
60.
not really that
Yeah.
terrible. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You
Like,
know, I think a lot of it was hormonal, and no one sat me down. And that's why I'm so glad that, sorry, I want to have a drinking game when you say mush out. That's why I'm glad that Moshi is offering menopausal treatment,
oh, yeah.
because no one said, "Oh, it could be that you're having a hard time losing weight because your hormones." Nobody, absolutely
Oh,
nobody. And I'm well read. I'm in the right circles. All my friends
yeah.
are providers, from
Nice.
ER to OB.
Yeah.
Nobody said right? And so I believe a lot of that for me was, hormonal, because talk about a person who tried, like, I went vegan, I ate alkaline, I did the things, okay?
Alkaline.
It didn't nothing, no,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I don't wanna mislead people. I
No.
would have results. but not lasting results.
Not lasting,
And
right.
right, and I hate to, well, I'll just tell you, I'm one of those people, I might windmill at you verbally in my mind, and when you disparage GL1Ps because I think they are lifesavers. I wish GL1Ps were available to the broader public years ago. I think
Yeah,
about the countless, people who have lost their parents early due
yeah,
to preventable illnesses, and I think about the moms and pops. That's why Chris' story, every time he talks about his mom, will make me wanna cry.
yeah,
I promise you, I wish it was available for so many people because so when I hear people go, "Ah, ah," I'm like in my brain, because of course I'm licensed and I don't want to lose it. My brain, I'm like, "What?" Right? But outside, I'm like, that's interesting.
yeah,
Right? But inside, I'm like, wow, dare you? Because so many people could be alive and living their best life and maybe could have had more options had they
right.
had the use of this. So, of course, I every time we encourage, Lily to be a
Drop their
little
price.
bit please, to I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, someone posted, and I saw it on Facebook, I don't know if you guys saw it. They said, "Man," or no, it was a Twitter, I think, that if they were Jeff Bezos, that they
yeah,
would Batman. They said, "Man, he could end a world hunger. He could swoop in
yeah,
and make so many things great, but instead, you know." So,
yeah.
it's his Batman, but I digress.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, Jeff Bezos and Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, for that matter, are making billions of dollars every quarter.
Batman.
Yeah.
Lily, you could be Batman.
I'm Batman. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could, well, and I agree, these GLP-1 medications are life-saving, life-changing. Uh, there's just never been anything like them. I'm so glad that they're here. I'm so glad that we've found out about them. That's why, I wanted to start this channel to tell other people about them. Do you tell people? I'm assuming that you do tell people that you're on how you lost your weight, right?
I do. Anytime someone asks me, I do, and I get, "Oh, you don't say to. Are you sure about those things?" I get all of the
Yeah.
answers that you guys get. Um, I find myself wanting to tell people if they don't even ask, but I know better, right? So I just can't wait for the conversation to go that way. If I could say, "Hey, so have you ever thought about if the patients happen to we have a couple of providers in my clinic, so if they happen to get me, we're gonna have that conversation eventually, if it comes up.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is seeking a solution, and so for those
Mhm.
who are seeking a solution, it has been, something I definitely think everybody should know about.
Now, are you able to prescribe or you're not able to prescribe?
Right. So, as a chiropractor, I don't prescribe. As a functional medicine provider, I do recommend holistic care and treatments and natural supplements and vitamins and that sort of thing, but not prescription based.
Interesting. Well, and so to that end, what supplements do you take, if any, with your GLP-1 medications? Any particular vitamins that you take?
Tons. You know, camera.
Why?
I love good enzymes. Enzymes are important. I learned with my fried chicken episode that,
Oh, yeah.
enzymes are super helpful. Of course, I love vitamin D. It's so a super duper favorite. I think a lot of people are missing that. It's so easy to take.
Yeah.
I'd rather you start a supplement than be prescribed it later on down the line when your body already is nutrient deficient. Of
Yeah.
course, I like omega fish vitamin. I
Yeah.
know that is back and forth as far as the science, but it's been a very helpful thing for me.
Yeah.
I like joint support types of things, but since I've been on a GL1P, I've needed less of the joint support. And I
Mhm.
love, of course, collagen.
Mm.
I have that nearly close to 80 pounds, and I haven't had that loose skin issue. And I've
Ooh.
been very, very, very fortunate. And of course, I do a protein drink. I don't really like the milky protein. I'm with when Chris is like, I'm like, yes, I'd rather eat, you know. People are like, you want a protein drink? No, I want a hamburger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll drink the clear proteins.
Yeah.
Speak is one.
Yeah.
Isopure has one that I don't mind, but it's never my preference. I prefer food,
Yeah.
always.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. I'm always looking for the omega-3 that doesn't like some of them like make you
Oh,
burp it back up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have yet to maybe you can send me your
Yeah. I got a pretty decent one. Yeah, I don't like the fishy aftertaste. I think that's what stopped people from supplements, just, not having the right one.
Yeah.
But again, doing my deep research, uh, they said if we're gonna be on the vitamins and you're gonna start eating or be on a GLP, you're gonna start eating less, that you
Yeah.
wanna make sure you don't lose your nutrients. So having a whole multivitamin, having that kind of approach is the best thing for you.
Yeah.
Protect your stomach, a good B12. I actually get prescribed B12 or from Moshi. I had
Wonderful.
another one that was okay, but I take the one from Moshi Health,
Okay.
and I like NAD and all the things.
Oh, are you taking NAD?
NAD is amazing.
Wait.
Not for everybody.
Right.
Get prescribed NAD. I know there's things online, and encourage people to go through a provider.
Mhm.
Um, but I absolutely love NAD. I can just go on and on. I would say, I would love to talk about that affordability issue. Now,
Yeah.
NAD can be expensive. It is
Yeah.
the supplement that the superstars take or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, even the GO1P was a sacrifice at first, not knowing that
Mhm.
compound was an option, thinking
Mhm.
only prescription.
Yeah.
And hearing possibly that the compound was an option is what got me from the sidelines to signing up for an appointment.
Mhm.
I mean, I think there's still people out there who only know, "Oh, you mean that thing that costs like, oh, $1,000 or if you're lucky, 500?" And even the
Yeah.
500 or 499 or whatever it is
What?
right now, it's too much for
Yeah.
regular people.
Right.
I know people who don't get their heart medicine every month because they don't have the money.
Mm.
And so when people think that people are just taking these the easy way,
Yeah.
there's some people who are just playing all kinda, what do you call it, y'all? Shell games just
Mhm.
to afford their meds.
Yeah. What can I not pay for this month so that I
Yeah,
can
there are couples having fights over the
yeah.
price of medication.
It's expensive.
So, as long as compound is in semi, option, if it continues to be, most people don't know about it. So I thank you guys. I thank you and Chris. I thank you guys for talking about the subject period, and
Yeah.
hopefully that people will actually just be encouraged to look, a little deeper to know, "Wait
Yeah.
a minute, I might can't afford 4.99 or even what it is now, I don't know. But if I'm spending $15 on a Happy Meal, if I am, 3 days a week, right? Or even 4
Yeah.
to 5 days a week, the cost of TERS is about $75 a week, give or take, depending, right?
Yeah. So what can I give up or what am I not gonna eat? What I won't be eating?
You won't want it anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no game, no shade if anybody
Yeah.
can't afford, you can't afford it. It's just
Right.
that I know people can't afford their heart medicine, so they don't even think about an
Yeah.
option of
Right.
a weight loss medication. They think, "Oh, well, yeah, yeah." And
Yeah.
not knowing, "What do you mean I could feel better? My
Yeah.
knees might not hurt, or I could live longer than my parent," right?
Are you on any hormone replacement therapy?
Yeah. On that percent, of course.
Yeah.
I love the best thing I ever did, health-wise to me was to take a GLP. The second best thing I ever did, outside of course, exercise and eating right, is to get on hormone replacement therapy. And I did my research before the big FDA announcement, so I knew that
Yeah.
scare thing that was going on wasn't true.
Right.
And I went telehealth route for that as well, and I just have been $1,000,000 bucks.
Awesome.
Being on HRT has been super great.
Now, you said you're in your 50s. Do you wanna say how old you are?
Sure, no, I'm 50 exactly in a couple of
50
months.
seconds. Oh, happy
My
birthday.
birthday's in April, right?
Uh,
So I'm a 75er, you know?
okay. All right. Excellent. So you're still premenopausal. You haven't gone through menopause yet.
I'm one of those people. I have, I'm technically in menopause.
Okay.
Because it's been a few years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm in menopause according to the blood work. I'm not peri or anything.
Yeah.
I'm there
You're
still.
there. You're there.
Right.
You're there. Well, awesome. Well, all right. So I know what all things you're taking, or most of the things you're taking. Talk to me about what you're eating. What are you eating on a daily basis?
Okay, so when I first started, again, I was super diligent, prioritized protein, and made sure I had something when I first woke up. It's usually either going to be leftovers, right? Is dinner for breakfast. I
Hmm.
might have whatever that protein was for dinner. I might have that early.
Hmm.
Tonight is lamb chops on the menu. My husband's cooking.
Ooh,
He's no Chris
ooh.
D, but yeah, he's trying.
Nice.
So, at night is usually the meal I sometimes won't have, depending
Hmm.
on how full I am from lunch or dinner. But I
Yeah.
pretty much eat almost any and everything, but I do try to eat clean. I would say that about 80-20, about 80% of my diet is still pretty good. But
Yeah.
again, I'm a girl from Savannah, Georgia, so don't eat all the things.
Now, are you going to Savannah for Thanksgiving for the holidays, or what's your plans there? No.
So it's a little hard to travel because of the boys. Again, with my oldest son, he I also has a feeding tube and he has lots of allergies. So
No. Okay.
traveling is a little tough.
Yeah.
So usually Savannah comes to us.
Oh, nice.
But not this year. This year is gonna be a little subdued at home. And we're just looking forward to all the things. So for holidays, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be able to eat. I know people and Chris, every time he says
Yeah.
don't skip your dose and don't do
Right.
this. I'm like, thank you. Because I know people who are like, oh, I want to have Thanksgiving, so I'm not gonna take my shot this week.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, and it's easy to think that way in the beginning because maybe you just don't haven't been on it long enough to really figure it out. But what we figured out is that when you skip, it takes so much longer to get back to the level where you were. So maybe, and if we're trying to eat better and be healthier, maybe we need to figure out how to navigate these holidays, eating smaller portions and not stuffing ourselves. So
It's
yeah, no,
always
I love that.
tomorrow. It's always the next time. What I don't have for dinner, I'll have for breakfast. I can have for
Right,
lunch tomorrow.
right.
And that's what happened. When we get together and I make a traditional turkey and my husband's Caribbean, so they'll have a jerk
Mm.
turkey and all the
Oh,
things, right?
ooh,
And it's so good, but it's always a tomorrow. So what I don't eat today, I could have later. So I just want to
I love
encourage
that.
people, like, I don't feel like I'm missing out.
Right.
Like, I feel like one of the luckiest humans on this earth. I feel like I got a lot of my time back. I wish I had my 40s back, right? I
Oh, nice.
wish I had my 40s back and I didn't spend so much time just absolutely miserable.
Mm,
Um, that's one of my regrets. And not that anyone
yeah.
should be that way with or without a G1P, but I was. I had so much on my plate, and although I smiled on the outside, inside I was like, "We gotta go where? Gotta buy a dress. I
Where
can't
am I
think
gonna
of anything."
go?
Right?
Yeah, well, and you're busy, right? You're working professional woman, you're married, you've got 3 kids, and some of them need
Yeah.
a lot of, time and attention, and that makes it hard on you to take care of yourself, right? So, um, did you have food noise? Did you have that taking up time and space in your brain?
So, even though I didn't struggle with weight loss when I was younger, I had food noise all of my life. I
Oh, interesting.
always, always, in Spanish, siempre wanted to eat, always. First
Oh.
thing in the morning, I want my cereal. My stomach, I mean, as a child, they would be like, "Oh my god, I kind of be hungry." It'd be 6 a.m. Yes, I'm hungry. I am hungry. Like, we would get in the car, my parents would go for a drive, and my first thought is, "Oh, I hope we can stop and get something. Where's my
Oh,
treat?"
oh,
Or after dinner treat. My mom worked at a bakery, she brought home huge, gigantic chocolate chip cookies every day.
oh my god.
Yeah, mommy, right? So, I always, 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 always wanted to eat. My friends and
Hmm,
I go out, "Who wants pizza? who wants Wendy's, who always, always.
Huh.
So I never knew. I know some people they weren't wanting to eat like me. I just thought I liked food a lot. I just thought, oh, and then I heard, oh, you're a Taurus, you like food. I heard that like a couple of years ago. All my life, I always want to eat. So with the GL1P, I could control that, and I can get up in the morning and think about everything else, and then okay, set a timer now on my phone to make sure I eat and
Mhm.
make sure I have something. But it doesn't control me. I like the ability to leave things on my plate, right?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though, of course, I grew up with "There's starving kids in Africa, not on my watch." Like, what is that gonna do for the kids? But that's what we heard, right? So Imma clean this plate. Imma do my share.
Clean Plate Club. Yeah. So, I mean, that's really interesting that you had food noise and you like to eat and you ate a lot of food all the time, but you never had a weight problem.
Exactly, and it just how and then you always have if some of you out there watching, if you heard and there's some people who'll say, "Oh, well, you're young now. Yes, just wait till it catches up with you." Like they
Mm.
yeah, and I'd be like, "Okay," but I also loved activity, right? So I
Yeah.
was a kid who I couldn't sit still. This
Mhm.
isn't subdued, right? This is
I'm
this
scared.
is mellow me. Like, I've been on 10 from day uno, but this is
Yeah.
me, and it's funny because people are like, "Oh god, you're so happy and animated." I'm like, "What? This is me grumpy and old now. You should have saw me, right?"
You can see me when I'm
Right,
really happy. Yeah.
right. And, yeah, you wouldn't could stand me, no. But, I never knew that other people didn't crave that, but I also
Oh.
exercise. I also was the track team, and I did cheerleading, and in college, I discovered Denise Austin, and
Oh, I love the exhaustion.
okay, let's get up. And she was so happy and cute. And so I did her and I did the firm. I got all those
Mm.
DVDs. I was gonna shock you and bring out my box. It's like, look,
Oh, oh, yeah,
I
no, that
I'll
yeah,
post it. I'll show you my DVDs, and I've given away so many of them.
yeah,
I joined Beachbody. I did that since like 2016. I joined Beachbody formally, and I promoted weight loss and exercise,
yeah,
and I would work out like crazy. And even though I worked out like crazy, my weight still was a struggle. I'm
yeah,
talking remember Power 90 and then
yes,
P90X. I did all of those things. I just didn't
yeah,
have the points to prove it.
yeah, oh, wow. So, in your family, did your parents struggle? Did you have siblings that struggled?
So my sister, the one I talked to you about,
Yeah,
she
with
struggled.
diabetes. Mhm.
Yeah, she struggled, but my mom, no, not so much. My parents divorced early when I was like 4 years old,
Mm,
but no one struggled as much as my sister.
mhm,
She was always more sedentary than I was, so
mm,
but she did after gaining weight with a pregnancy. It was her child was premature and she was put on lots of medications, lots of
mm.
steroids, and
Oh,
she just never recovered
yeah,
in a way that she would want to after that.
yeah.
But I guess we're from, my mom I'm from Savannah, Georgia, but my dad's from Chesney, South Carolina.
Chesney!
Yeah, most people don't know where Chesney is.
I've been to Chesney.
That's right. Our street, our name is on our street. So Payne and my grandmother's maiden name was Cantrell. So it's Cantrell Drive, and then there's Payne up on the road. And I could put
Yeah,
my daddy's name on, like, to my father, put Joe Payne, put Chesney, South Carolina, nothing else.
and then get there.
Of course. I
Yeah,
would send them pictures to the Costco in Spartanburg,
yeah.
and they would like, "Oh, this is Joe's daughter." Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I lived in Spartanburg, a long time ago, and my ex-husband lives in, Inman, South Carolina. So, if you take a wrong turn going to Inman, you end up in Chesney.
There you go. And so, my aunts were a little girthy ladies, and
Mhm.
so, my sister sorta kinda got a little bit of my South Carolina girthy aunts, um, and so that was from her, but we were from a family, and in Chesney, we had breakfast, we had lunch, we had supper, and dinner.
Oh, All right.
Okay. You had a meal before the real meal, okay?
Right. I like eating. That's fine with me. Yeah. So there's always good things to eat, always stuff around. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Chesney, South Carolina. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Highway
funny.
11. That's where we're from.
Now, do you exercise now? Yeah, Highway 11. Do you exercise now?
Yeah, so what has been a saving grace also on a GL1P, you guys, is strength training. And so I love your pull-up challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not I broke, the door frame once with a contraption, so I
Oh,
have not joined you on the pull-up challenge, but I'm
okay.
doing headstands. So
Okay.
I do strength train 3 days a week. I don't do cardio anymore. I used to cardio like crazy. I'm not saying not to do cardio. I'm saying I don't do cardio anymore.
Yeah.
I strength train exclusively. I of course I walk and I have a walking pad. I have a treadmill. I have the bike, and I'll do so. But my main form of exercise is strength training, and that's been my babe since day one of
Yeah.
I never stopped exercising. I average about 3 days to 4 days a week
Mhm.
since the first week of my injection, and I have not missed a week.
Or do you have a home gym? You have weights at home? You go to a gym?
I'm a home girl. I've been collecting some over the years and just start using it all. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And where did you find your exercises? Like, how did you get started with that? So if
all right,
someone was
so
looking to
I
get
use the
started.
Peloton, and they do have other
Oh,
programs besides
yeah.
the bike,
Yeah.
and so I have a Peloton guide, and it
Okay.
usually you are on screen, it kinda scans you as you're working out, it corrects your
Mhm.
form, it counts your
Oh, that's
reps,
good.
it helps you, just stay on track, and it's
Yeah.
just you and your trainer and your room, and you decide if you wanna be a little tiny bit on the screen or if you wanna be split screen, and I do that mostly. That's like 90%. I never freestyle, my husband does, but,
Mhm.
I've collected equipment over the years, and so I have enough things here to
Yeah.
give me a good workout, and yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I would imagine you're super busy, just and you just would need that flexibility to have it at home whenever you can,
Yeah.
have time in your day to work it in. That's really cool. You must have gone down several sizes. How many sizes did you drop?
Oh my god, I haven't been a small since I was small, right? So,
Mhm.
my highest weight in jeans was at 18,
Mhm.
and now in jeans, I'm a 6.
Wow. So did you
Yeah.
get rid of all those 18?
I did, as I I closet cleaned again today, and I got rid of some mediums, and I'm like, "Are you
Wow.
crazy? Don't get rid of your mediums. Come on, you're going too far." But now my mediums are really, really big, and I have to repeat, like, don't feel the need to hold on to this thinking that you're gonna go back, and it's a struggle.
Right.
It's not like it
It
was
is.
instant for me, y'all. I could have gotten
Yeah.
rid of these clothes long ago, but
Yeah.
it's a process that I feel like we're all in together. That's why
Yeah.
I believe in community. I believe in plugging in. I watch you guys every week. If I miss something, I
Okay.
go back and I watch it. I would comment more, but I have, like, 6 pair of headphones, and you guys would know where you've been with me. We watch clothes together.
I
Like
love it.
clothes, right? I listen to when Chris does a deep dive, he's driving between Miami and Fort Lauderdale all the time.
Well,
You
yeah.
get me exhausted.
We've been all over Florida with
Yeah,
Dr. Nip.
yeah, you guys are but you're in the clinic, I stream you on this clinic TV.
Oh,
I
wow.
gotta be tired of you.
You'll have to show this interview at your clinic to your
Yeah,
patients.
right. So my whole office actually at one point, all my lead therapists and then the second therapist, they all went on the GL1P journey with me, and everybody, we went downsized. Great name, by the way. Who came up with that? I always wondered.
I don't know. Was it Oh, Christopher's raising his hand over there. Yeah.
It's such a great name.
I think she presented me with a list of choices and said, "Which one do you like?" So,
That's
it
why
was
you guys are young. I love it.
he lets me think I had a say in it, but,
No, it's not.
I'm sure it was him. Well, what's your number one tip, something you would tell to somebody who might be thinking about starting a GLP-1 medication?
It's the start that stops you.
It's the
start.
start that stops you.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
I don't regret it at all, and, financially, I even honestly, everybody thinks that, "Oh, doctors have all this money." Doctors have tons of debt.
Oh, yeah.
Tons.
All that school and all that
That and the insurance companies play shell games just like they play with you guys, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they could be outstanding and owe you thousands of dollars, and it's the waiting game, and then they'll say, "Well, I might give it to you, but how about this instead?" And way lower than what they really owe you. It's all I mean, and so, especially if you have a clinic, you have to take care of your people first, so
Of course, right.
I think if it's the money that stops you, then do know the cost and savings that you will spend on either a random lunch here or there may help you with the cost
Offset.
part.
Yeah.
Health wise, I believe it adds years to your life and life to your years. I
Mm,
really do believe that.
mhm.
100%. I wish everybody had the opportunity who need it to experience what we've been able to experience, not just with weight loss, but with vitality and all the other things. I wish more people talked about the other things. Do you know what it says about heart disease? Like, I hope, and I don't know, you guys have to tell me, I hope those parts when you talk about the latest research, I hope that is your most viewed video. That I
Yeah.
hope so. I hope everybody is like, "What? Are you kidding?" Like, I think this should be the water cooler talk, not, Love Island.
Yeah. Well, and with obesity and overweight, like we wear that on the outside, right? So that's the first thing people notice. But people can be walking around with cardiac disease, and Ozempic could help with that, or they could be having sleep apnea, and Zepbound's been approved for that, and other things that it's being researched for. There's so many more things, just the inflammation it takes out of your body, and the joint pain, and all kinds of things. So
I
it's
don't think people understand.
amazing.
I know Lilly has more trials out when it comes to the, osteoarthritis. I know there's more trials out when it comes to, dementia and Alzheimer's and,
Yeah,
Parkinson's, even
yeah,
more.
that's really
Um, I know that, well, I'm not sure with tirzepatide, but with semaglutide with alcoholism.
mhm.
I've seen on some of the Reddit boards people, who had, maybe opioid issues.
Oh,
There's never and I think and I saw you guys at the, obesity, weekend, and the doctors weren't as excited as, regular smegglers, and I consider myself
yeah.
a regular smeggler. Um, and I think the reason why doctors aren't so excited because every few years you hear of something being absolutely amazing only to find out a few years later that it's not quite.
Oh, maybe that's
But
it, yeah.
yeah, but I still allow myself to get excited. I think, the audacity of hope and to dream, I think the worst thing people can do is to stop being hopeful and to stop dreaming and to not want better and to not believe. And even though things could be a little, murky smirky when you watch the news or whatever, and you hear these clickbait titles, and people are even physicians say, "Oh, I don't know. My doctor said this or that." There's so many first of all, doctors are people,
We forget that, yeah.
right? And there's
Yeah,
some who, if you knew not just their political views, but their views on, let's say, blanket topics, women, health, equality, anything, you would be sick
oh,
to
wow.
your stomach. And yet, when it comes to your health, you may put them at a tier, but I think you need to be an informed consumer. You need to be
Mhm,
an informed patient. And I think everybody is different. They have their strength and weakness. I have like super faith in 99% of people in traditional allied medicine, even though I am in alternative medicine.
mhm,
99% when they get in to do their job, they have good intentions, in my opinion. But
mhm,
there is some who don't. There's some with hidden agendas. There's some who have a health plan or a weight loss plan of their own, and
mm,
they have vilified these drugs. They have said
um,
the most unfounded things.
yeah,
And you never know if there's an agenda, if they're also partnered with another company. I've heard people who have supplement deals or they get to push a vitamin. I saw people even in a group I'm in who say, "Oh, berberine could do the same thing." Mind you, berberine's great, but no, it can't. So
right.
stop it.
So stop saying that. You're right.
I'm not
Yeah.
gassed. Like, I'm like, y'all, I'm gray under the wig. I'm gray because I cannot believe the nerve of what people say that's not true. And if because they might have a white coat and a stethoscope, people believe it. My aunt, brother, cousin, sister is a nurse, and she said, I don't care.
I mean, we
Like,
were always brought up to believe what they're doctors. They're
look,
the smartest of the smart people, and we should do what they say. And you just have to know who you're talking to, I guess.
people knew a lot more about some of some of their doctors. They would take better care of themselves.
Oh,
So
oh,
true. If
oh.
you heard and saw and knew the things, do you know some of your physicians suffer from high blood pressure and diabetes because they're people too, and they live in America and they got the same thing that you got.
Yeah.
But so do you know there's some that won't take the medicine that they give you? Yeah. I got a friend who's a pharmacist and who works at before she worked for one of the largest pharmacies in America that we all know.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And a upper level. And I know I got a friend who works for one of the largest compound pharmacies in America. I know a lot of people very, very well, and most are angels and saints, but there's sinners too. So, if people really would take
Yeah,
control of their own health, I beg of you,
that's
be
so important.
research. And I honestly will go incognito into a group and I will listen to everybody. And I do a lot. I do journal and I do listen to publications and I do
Mhm,
listen to what pharma puts out.
mhm.
And not that I'm ever a farmer friend. I mean, duh, I'm a chiropractor. We are not farmers friend. Okay. But I also know that they have to have published science too. Yes, I know there's ways that science can twist, but that's why you look at large data and you look at it over time and you
Yeah,
research and you look at, and when I'm telling you, if your uncle, sister, friend's nephew told you this because they doctor, da, 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 that they are uninformed. Okay.
yeah. We will
Because
refer to the clinical trials.
right. Because overall, I mean, you would have to be you would have to be like, I mean, in control of the universe to think this much of the research, y'all. So please don't believe that. Please know that for sure that a majority of people are very safe. There's non-responders, of course, for everything, but the majority of people have gotten great results, and this medication has been very safe for the majority of people. I
Yeah,
think another thing people don't tell you when you hear of some bad results, the person could be perfectly healthy. However, there are some who, like, say for in my field, and if someone had to have surgery, and they'll say, "Oh my God, my uncle didn't heal well, doc, from that back surgery."
mhm.
And I'll say, "Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know, not everybody does. But is he a smoker? Mhm. But he doesn't. It's just his back. Do you know smoking is going to prevent you from healing well? Most people don't like. They don't make those connections. So everything counts.
Right, right, right. So maybe, yeah, so your results could be dependent on maybe some other lifestyle choices that you're making.
Yeah. And no one
No
says
one
that.
really says that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, it's kinda like, I think for people who have grown up overweight with overweight or obesity, you walk into a doctor with an ear infection, and they said, "Well, you need to lose weight." Well, I'm here for an ear infection. Like, what? Yeah,
I had some of those stories when my sister has gotten physicians who are just because of our presentation, they may have been like, ugh, like the
right.
worst. My grandmother, doctor had just told her everything's your weight, everything. And it just and the biasness for a person struggling with their weight that the healthcare can present them
Yeah,
with.
absolutely.
You guys talked about that, and I love that conversation. I think if everybody shared what a doctor would tell you, and then you have your friends and family, well, don't believe that, and that's not necessarily true. So I just want people to remember, just like those statements they said may not be true. And some of them who have said the opposite when it comes to this medication, that maybe that's not true.
Yeah. Always good to be your own, healthcare advocate, always good to get opinions, multiple doctors if you can. Always a good idea. And don't, listen to what your relatives telling you across the dinner table about their best friend's cousin's uncle's ex-husband.
And I think also with weight loss, go to a weight loss doctor.
Right. I was going to thank you for saying that. So an obesity certified medicine doctor. So some doctors are specialists in obesity medicine, and you can find them. You can Google them. You can search in your city. So that's another great point. So if your doctor doesn't understand, or you want someone who has specialized in obesity medicine, they are out there. You can find them. So. Awesome. Well, thank you, Dr. Payne Nestor, for talking. Cicely, thank you for talking with us today. I really enjoyed it. I hope everybody out there has watched and has enjoyed this. If you'd like to be on the Downsized Dish with me, you can go to our website at thedownsized.org and click on the Downsized Dish tab and fill out the information there. There's our website, thedownsized.org. You can also click on some other things we have there. We have information about our Downsized Cruise coming in June 2026. We have our Amazon store with products we like. We're Amazon affiliates, so we make a small commission on each purchase. And I think that's it. Oh, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Go ahead and click those buttons now. You've watched this far. You might as well like and subscribe so you can watch some more. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. Thanks, Dr. Nestor, for your time. And we'll see you next time on The Downsized. I'm Laraine Durham. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Payne.